All right, all right. Welcome back to Corpse Party. And this big, ominous red door that we have been flirting with for several episodes now is about to be opened. Hopefully this isn't some giant letdown. Don't like that. Why is it so cold? Something really smells. And it's pitch black in here. Can you find the light switch anywhere? And I'll try. Let me just feel around a little bit in here. Found it. Better. Ooh, thanks. Man, it sure does smell in here, and it's not just mold, is it? Probably not. Something sticky seems to have melted all over the surface. Inside the cabinet, notebook labeled Night Guard Logbook, crumpled pieces of paper. Heavenly Host, Elementary School, confinement. Video A camcorder laying on top of the TV, cassette deck empty. Batteries run out, however LCD display isn't turning on. What is something this recent doing in a place this old? Maybe it belonged to someone who's brought here like us. Yeah, it does make sense. Fortunately, there's no cord here to hook up to the TV. It's out of battery, so it doesn't look like we'll be able to get much use out of it. Some magazine article that just suddenly materialized here from publication called Strange but True Stories of the Occult. Follow up to the previous report. Read it? Sure! What have we to lose at this point? Chasing down the hidden past of the cursed school. Let's talk a bit about Yoshikazu Yanagihori, beloved son of Heavenly Host Elementary's principal. The man was a born instructor, pure and simple. He took up the mantle as soon as he could and performed his duties with peerless panache. But then the illness struck, and little by little, his winning personality gave way to pure instinct. He was slowly losing all sense of identity. Although the cause of this illness was unknown, its effects were anything but. Simply put, the good teacher had begun reverting to a childlike state. He began carrying an antique doll with him at all times, a memento from a long-forgotten festival, perhaps, given to him by his late mother. His behavior during class degraded quickly. More often than not, his lectures would cease before the period's end, and he began wailing mournfully. Finally, several months prior to the kidnapping and murder incident, Yoshikazu reached a point where he could no longer communicate his thoughts. Although he could still understand others, he became virtually incapable of forming words without intense focus. Given all the evidence mounted against him, Yoshikazu Yanagihori was arrested on multiple counts of kidnapping, murder, and desecration of the dead. But due to his mental condition, he was never able to confess his involvement in these crimes, nor even properly discuss them with the authorities. Everything hinged on the testimony of the sole survivor, Sachiko Shinozaki. Get it? Sachiko, the ritual, and Shinozaki, the medium girl. In search of the truth behind the less scientific afflictions this incident spurred, I, of course, chose to follow the trail of this mysterious little girl. Those who have seen the infamous newspaper photos accompanying the story may remember Sachio best as the girl with the strikingly unusual red dress. It's hard not to feel sympathy for someone so young, forced to watch other children her age be tortured and killed one by one. And certainly, if I were to find Miss Shinozaki and secure an interview, there'd be some real moral concerns about digging up such painful memories. Then again, she'd be a full-grown and hopefully well-adjusted adult for over 10 years at this point. By now, she should be able to look back upon these horrific events with some objectivity and give a more thorough account of what happened that day. You have high expectations for trauma, people, dude. I'm standing in the bed. I'm impressed, Shinozaki. You're far stronger than I thought. Totally fearless, in fact. Scared out of my mind. Brain still struggling to make sense of all this. Okay, but look, the ghost is gone, I guess. We really managed to appease it. So he's not going to chase me anymore? That'd be pretty swell. Probably dry your tears and blow your nose at least. Clean yourself up. Snork. Ah, not on my shirt. Didn't I tell you before you shouldn't say things like that? What are you, two? Ah, that's really gross. Not good. She's not normally like this. Shinozaki. No, we're starting to kind of bounce back and forth here a little bit. Still don't want to go that way? No, that's fair. That is very fair. Well, at least we're starting to make things a little less bad. Do you want to go this way yet, Shinozaki? Okay, fair. That's fair. I'm kind of... trying to kind of get coaxed into going in the right direction. I don't know if maybe us opening it in one timeline and perhaps, you know, made it do better in the other or whatever. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of just seeing where I can't go to figure out where I should go, if that makes any sense. It's a tactic that very rarely has failed me. Basically just learn what not to do so that I can learn what to do. Okay. So we didn't get the riveting revelation that we had expected to get. Pop back into 1A real quick to see if anyone's here. Nope, you good? Alright, cool. Just checking in on you. How's your mom and them? Cool. Maybe bop back into... Well, let's see if... Nope. It is deathly freaking quiet in here. Can I finally go upstairs? Well, kind of running out of places to go, Hera. Y'all stop. Y'all stop that damn clapping right now. Go to where the floor collapsed, but then got better. 1 step rooster, 10 paces rat. Collapsed, but then got better. Is that in here? Man, I don't remember. Collapsed, but then got better. Oh shit, no. You stay far the hell away from me, Spirit. So I've got to try to figure this out with her in tow now? I'd really rather not. Ah, man, that took forever. I'm not gonna lie. I might have had to look that up. I just spent several minutes trying to just click around random rooms because I didn't know it was up here, man. Heck is this? Acquired Winder? Let's go down. Come on. Wait, what? Try forcing it. Okay. Wow, get a load of this place. It's got showers and everything. Let's make it stop. Oh god, my head. Ah, Shinzaki. You alright? Did you feel something again? Another nosebleed. If it's just a nose, it's fine. If it's a blood vessel versus a brain or something. Here, Shinzaki. Stuff some tissues up your nose to stop the bleeding. Thanks, I have some of my own, but since you got yours out already. Yeah, may as well. The ghosts get to her? No, she's been a little off since before that. I think she's probably reached her limit. She needs to rest. The locker's empty. Was it though? Was it though? Was it though? Ugh. They're running by the pool. Pool, huh? Can't even see the other side of it with all the rain. Shiver shudder. Alright, here goes. You about to damn jump in there. Shinzaki, this clearly isn't working. Why don't I take the off for a bit? Catch your deathly cold out here. Go back inside. I can handle the search. You just wait for me in the locker room. What's going to happen if the ghost shows up again, huh? You think you'll be able to handle it? Don't worry about me. If anything happens, I'll call you. And you can come to my rescue. Alright, just don't do anything stupid. Thank you. You say something? That's what I thought. Get on out of here. Try to lighten her load as much as possible. I don't think she can handle much more of this. What's up with the murky water? There's no telling what could be down there. All I know is I wouldn't be caught dead in this pool. Of course, can't really swim anyway, so... Yeah. Looks like there's something up here I should probably peruse before I go. Well, never mind. Sound the door says pump room. Door's locked. Caution! Firm all swimmers have vacated the pool before draining. Yeah. A key, conveniently placed. I'm sure... You know. I've had enough. Beg pardon? Is that... No, there's no way. Come on, give me a break here. He's still in the locker room, right? Right? Shinzaki! Damn it, she's not here. I guess it really was her then. How was she thinking, dumbass? Oh man, what am I doing? Never should take my eyes off her. Oh, my fault, damn it. There's got to be a way to save her. There's got to be, right? Shinozaki! It's here, right? It's just where the wave's coming from. It is. Yep. How's it? Out here. I picked the wrong spot. Where was she? You need to go. We need to go. We got to get on it now. Would have had to have been here. Come on, right? Where were you, though? Where were you? Okay, that's where I was. We know where she is, dude. Damn load screen's gonna get us. Yep, let's go. We ain't got time. We ain't got time to think. We just gotta go. Come on. And now because of that... right here-ish. Come on, this is where she was. Yes, get her. Oh, crap. Come on, man. I hate having to do stuff twice. I hate having to just... I try something and I can't do it the first time, but I can always do it the second time. I know that's learning. I don't care. I don't care. It's a pride thing. Shinozaki, come on, breathe already, damn it. Hack sputter. Why the hell did you jump in the pool? That was really dumb. Deep sigh. This room sounds haunted in hell. God, don't worry me like that. You back with me now? Yes, keep staring at me. So tell me, why the hell did you jump in the pool? You called me out there, didn't you? Hi, what? Heard your voice, I ran outside, and after that I don't remember much else. Next thing I knew, my vision was all this sickening green color, my mouth was full of water. God damn it. Is this the work of those ghosts again? Can't believe they could trick us so easily. There's gotta be something in that pool. Yuck. Wonder if the showers still work. Ghosts just come out of it. Nope. Not a damn. Can't get rid of this horrible taste. It smells absolutely putrid. I hate this. Well... I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I know it wasn't your decision to jump in the pool, but you still jumped in the pool, so... How should you think I feel? I like how he said I can't even swim, and he had enough just divine power to jump into a pool A and swim down, and B, pick up another person from the pool. Shinozaki, how about we go out in the rain and wash ourselves off a little? I don't know how much help rainwater will be for getting the taste out of your mouth. Okay, let's go. After this, I guess we need to figure out how to dry our clothes. Feeling better? Yeah, surprisingly, I was able to rinse my mouth out pretty thoroughly. Where are you? That's amazing. Shinozaki, while I was out here, I came across a room in the back that I'd kind of like to check out. I'll go with you. It's probably for the best. Let's do it. Alright, so now that we've gone back and saved somebody twice, Key was so rusted and brittle it instantly snapped as soon as it was turned. Fortunately, it's already done its job. It's a bucket. Crude label written on a piece of tape attached to the device reads water pump. Right below it there's a slot for some sort of lever or handle. What the hell was that? Valve wheels labeled drainage. Sure, what the hell, I guess, I don't know. Damn Loch Ness monsters out there in the freaking water apparently. Mad I'm about to take its homes away from it. Ugh. Nasty. Very tiny individual. Being pickled in this filthy brine for so long seems to have blown its skin. Patchwork of pustules. There's some very flowery language to use. Moved the wheel from the water pump and threw it into the pool. Hopefully I'll keep anyone from finding a little treasure I left in the spigot. Bitch killed my friends. She could spend eternity without a tongue for all I care. What? What? Based on size, appears to be a body of a high schooler, long-term exposure. Body female student, rotting and decayed. Dim lights around you reflecting off something deep in the drainage grate. Try to fish it out. What is this thing? Some kind of handle? Probably the handle we need to make the water go again. Yep. Let's do it, and then let's do it. Ugh. Far as it's gonna go, too rusted to turn anymore. Cool. Small hemp bag stained with copious amounts of blood seems to have fallen from the spigot. Elementary schooler's ID tag name is Tokiko Tsuji. Bag appears to contain a severed human tongue. Yep. Probably the girl from over yonder. Well, let's go. Let's go give it back to her. She was wandering earlier. Probably would like to have that back. However, Calm, I do want to check. You sure that locker's empty? Because I don't think that locker's damn empty. You have more wrinkles than you remember. I've aged up a lot, you see. Alright, where you at? I've got something for you. Which one do we give it to? Here we go again. How's it gonna take us this time? Where your friend was splattered. The floorboards beneath that wall. Right under her entrails. Where the floor dips and the blood pools. Drip, drip, drop. Smelly, smelly, icky, icky. Alright, you're getting a little too much pleasure out of this weird doll thing. Get in there good and dig it out. Yeah. No. Getting a good laugh out of this, you sick son of a bitch? I think they are. God, if that's where it is. Not sure. Never bring ourselves to get it. Someone there. Morishige, you're alive. Ah, Kishinuma. And the class rep too. I'm very glad to see you both safe and sound. What happened? It's a long story. So where have you been? I was in the second wing until a short time ago, but suddenly lost consciousness. When I woke up here, it felt like if the air had changed somehow. Oh yes, I did briefly cross paths with Mikado and his sister. You did, so they're okay too? They are, though when I ran into Mikado's sister, it seems she and her brother had parted ways. Morishige? What is that in your hand? Morishige appears to be grasping a blood-soaked pouch in his hand. Now this, I found it under the floorboards in the hallway, just up these stairs. Is this some kind of charm? Do you want it? Please take it. I'm merely searching for a certain someone, so I have no need for charms at this present time. Received another tongue bag from Morishige. As with the others, a student ID tag attached to the front. Yuki Kano. Well, I should be going. Is something wrong, class rep? You look like you've seen a ghost. Hey, yes, one more thing. Mikado said we should all try to meet in classroom 1A. Okay. I'm guessing... it wasn't from, you know, Suzumoto's spot. Maybe it shifted over a few feet and he got it from there. I mean, if he didn't, then... it really freaked me out. Did you see his hands? They were covered in blood. I mean... I keep trying to go up that way. Not really sure why. Okay. So I've got 2 tongues now. I guess I should give one. But one of them, the girl's, like, whole head is gone. So, like... what like, does she not want, like, the rest of her head back? What say you about this? Not a damn thing, okay. Get back, get back. Gurgle. This girl's missing an eye, and the other one's missing most of her head. Oh, we got our tongues. Is that going to be enough? What do we do? Pull out the tongue bags. I guess we have to. Cry. Girls lower their heads, or what's left of it in one case, and begin rocking slowly back and forth, as if feeling anxious. Yuki Kano, Tokiko Tsuji. Gasp. These are for you. They're yours, aren't they? Hand over the 2 bags. You. Thank you very much. We good? We good? Okay. Okay, well, we did it. All 3 of them. All that's left is girl in the red. No, no more. Every time I talk to these ghosts, I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to death myself. Do you have any idea what that's like? I keep picturing how I look when I'm dead, and I'm not even trying. It just pops in my head all on its own. It's such a horrible image. I want to go home. I just want to go home, back to my mom and my sister. And Makida. Shinozaki. Alright, next one is mine then, okay? So you just try to put yourself to get. Beg pardon? God damn it, not again! This one's big too. Eek! Oh, this one ain't happy. Oh, this one ain't happy at all. What? Was I knocked out? Where am I? Oh, okay, we're back here then. Okay, cool, I guess. Is this our classroom? For real? Shinozaki. Hey, wake up. She's breathing at least. Shinozaki, come on, wake up already. Kishinuma? Cag cough. Pant. Huh, what? Take a look around. I can hardly believe it myself, but here we are. Is this for real? Or is this just another one of those ghostly trickerations? We're back for real? Is this really our school? It's really real. Check it. Here's my desk. Mine too. I can't believe it. So it's true. We made it. We're home. Fuck yeah. Suck on that, world. Huh? Why are we laughing nervously? Never thought I'd live to see home again. Guess there's no Satoshi or Miss Yui or anyone else, huh? Yeah, okay. I mean, this looks legit. Venturing out in search of others, you find that even the janitor has likely gone home. The lights are out and the halls are pitch black. Only the red glow of the light next to the fire extinguisher offers any respite from the quaint, quiet darkness of the school hallway. Standing around the darkened corridors of our school building at 8 o'clock in the evening just feels so surreal. As the thunder and rain grow in intensity, the windows begin to condensate with moisture, turning white in contrast to the corridor's sea of black. Is this reality? Was everything up until now just a dream? Where am I right now? What am I doing? Eek! Ah, damn it. Here we go. We thought! What the hell are you? The hell? It's not over, is it? Why isn't it over? Well, because it's not over. Still a whole nother chapter of the game, Ayumi. Get it together. It's you. No. Come back. Don't get him any closer. It was a rainy evening after school, just like this one. Oh, on the day I was kidnapped. I remember I had a fight with my mom that morning. Why is she telling us this? I have no idea. I didn't want to see her face, so after school I decided that instead of going home, I'd park myself in the outdoor walkway for a little and watch the rain. That's when Mr. Yoshikazu showed up, sat down next to me. Told him all about my fight with Mom. He listened real closely, just kept saying, uh-huh, uh-huh. He was sick and couldn't speak much. But he was a very kind man. I really liked him. But then... You too. I'm so sorry. She's so tiny, she must be a 5th grader. Yuki Kano, right? Thank you for what you did back there. For making the effort to help those of us who were killed in that school. Didn't we succeed, though? Why are you still here? You didn't. But we returned your tongues. We gave back the ability to tell your story. And we even got your murderer to repent for what he did. Is it just you can't forgive him no matter what? Appeasing us isn't about forgiveness. It doesn't matter if we forgive or not. Repentance is between the criminal and the victim. It's a sole act capable of moving us. When we exist as fragments of the sacred ground upon which heavenly host is sealed, I believe that moving us is your best course of action. But it's not enough. His repentance just wasn't enough. So you're saying his words, the words spoken by the doll, weren't good enough to appease you? That's not... So what then? Why do you feel the need to trap one innocent stranger after another in that godforsaken place? Yeah, and here's the other thing, too, okay? I get it. I'm sorry. Terrible, terrible thing that happened to you. Sorry ain't going to bring our friend that you tossed against the wall back, you know? Our other friend that, you know, got done in the bathroom, okay? That's not going to bring it back. Sorry doesn't bring all this back. I don't feel any remorse for you. I mean, I do, but I don't. Cool. One bad turn doesn't deserve another, you know? Child spirits are the ones who summon us here, aren't you? That's not true. The hell you say? We're just the cogs that hold the closed spaces together. But you killed Suzumoto, didn't you? Wait. Oh, no, let him speak. Let the man speak, okay? Let's hear her out. Let's get to the bottom of this, all right? I'm just glad I was able to get even the two of you back to safety. Why the hell are you suddenly so concerned about us? I heard about a situation like this from my sister once. A lost soul whose life was ended violently and abruptly, leaving her with a mountain of worries and regrets. It's kind of like stopping short at the edge of madness. All sorts of thoughts and feelings swirling around your head. Your kindly nature and your sudden hatred and panic begin to spin around and around. You just start acting without any sort of control. Your sister some kind of medium or something? Well, so's she. Something like that. So what you're saying is this little girl and the creepy little girl we met before are two sides of the same coin. I feel for you, I really do. So please, please bring the rest of them back. Makaida, Miss Shishido, and everyone else too. Bring them all back home. Come on, you can do it, right? I don't think that's possible anymore. Well, why not? Those close spaces have eaten a lot of innocent souls. Far too many, in fact. The grudges of those who died there have filled every last corner of them. There's no room left. And because the agony and pain has nowhere else to go, it's begun feeding on the minds of souls like us who are bound there. It won't be long before I turn back into a vengeful spirit who attacks people like you without mercy. Oh, okay. Just long enough to give us this monologue, this exposition, and then you're going to become violent again. So we're going to lose you as an ally then. So why don't you just hurry up and bring them home right now? Isn't there any way for us to save Makaida and the others? There may be one way. And that is? I think you already know. You have to return to the closed spaces. Find all 4 of us Heavenly Host serial kidnapping and murder victims, and put us all to rest. Then the closed spaces won't have their cogs anymore, so they should begin to fade from existence. And you might just get your friends back. You expect us to go back? And this time, instead of just having one person left to appease, we have to go back to the drawing board to appease all 4 of you? Why couldn't you tell us the reason our previous efforts weren't good enough? What is there to hide? It's just something I don't want to remember, but... Ma'am, don't you close distance like that. If you really want to know, I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything that happened. Yuki's spirit gently took hold of Ayumi's hand, and in an instant their two beings seemed to merge together into a single mind. Shinozaki? It hurts. It hurts! Ugh. What happened to me? Didn't I pass out? So why am I fully aware right now? I can't see a thing. I can't move. It's like that feeling you get when you're tired. Sleep paralysis, I think. Oh my. Where? Why can't I move? Sachiko Shinozaki, the little girl in a red dress, and the only survivor of the horrific murders that occurred at Heavenly Host Elementary School. Following the incident, Sachiko's family fled from the area, moving to another prefecture to escape the frightful memories that remained here. Strangely, however, I've been able to locate any other records of the Shinozaki family. No matter where I look, the only information I can find about them comes from newspaper reports on the Heavenly Host murders. Granted, when an elementary school becomes a stage for a grisly incident such as this, perpetrated by none other than the principal's own son, it stands to reason that the scandal would serve as the primary focus for public interest, with all of the details fading into the background. So of course, after learning that Sachiko was safe, further news of her whereabouts was largely ignored in favor of the media circus surrounding the school. But there's more to it than that. People weren't just uninterested in learning of Sachiko's history and whereabouts. There was simply no data to be had. Can't move my body because of sleep paralysis, I guess. I can clearly see the room I'm in now. There's one boy and two girls in here, aside from myself. I recognize them. They're the children who were killed in Heavenly Host during that incident, but they're still alive. Fortunately, they're all bound, hand and foot, just sprawl on the floor, so am I. That's the real reason I can't move. Somebody, please save me. Gasp. Oh, stop, please, no. I hear eyes. I can't see. I'm blindfolded. I can't see a thing that's happening to me. Since my hands and feet are tied up, I can't move the blindfold either. This makes everything so much worse. I guess because I can't see, I begin to listen more intently. And sobbing, helpless cries of the other children echo off the walls of the cramped room. I'm so scared, it feels like my head's going to explode. What are you doing to me? Why am I blindfolded? Untie me. Cut the ropes. I want to be able to use my hands and feet, please. Please. I kept begging and pleading, but all I heard in response was the man walking away from me. In order? Oh. Never heard screaming like this before. Pure primal terror cutting through the air like a perfect sin wave. It's the boy at the end. Feels like he's been screaming for an eternity. I think he's being killed right now. God, what is he doing to him? No one deserves this. Why isn't God allowing him to fall unconscious so he doesn't have to suffer? It's been at least half an hour now. Those inhuman screams of a young boy being ripped apart from the inside have finally come to a halt. No! Without even a single moment of silence, the first of the girls in line is next to scream for her life, and the symphony goes on. God, I can't take any more of this. I'm losing my mind. Stop it! still going on? Come on, just die already. Die already. God, what's wrong with me? You know what? I don't care. Just get it over with and leave me in peace. Finally, after hearing a sound like a heavy object being dropped, the noises stopped and the room grew quiet again. Oh, I think it's our turn. His footsteps are getting closer. My hair's standing on end at this point. Everything below my stomach feels like it's frozen, like I've been stricken with severe diarrhea. No wonder, God, why am I relieved by the silence? Which means it's my turn now. He's grabbing me by the hair. They're pulling my head up, taking out my blindfold, which means I get to see the face of my killer. The 4 missing children were found in a basement room at Heavenly Host, unused and officially sealed since the building's construction. When authorities entered, they were greeted with an inhumanly horrific sight. Based upon the evidence at hand, the murder weapon was determined to be a pair of large sewing scissors found in the hands of the accused. Investigators suspected some hesitation on the man's part, however, as the deceased victim's wounds did not indicate his full strength had been used. Nonetheless, he had clearly acted with extreme malicious intent. The official cause of death for the 3 murdered children was listed as loss of blood following removal of the tongue. But the actual state of affairs was not quite so clinical, nor even pleasant, if you can believe that. Following details have been extrapolated from information previously unreleased to the public, or at least previously unreported by news outlets. These details of the crime are based on the official police testimony of Sachio Shinozaki herself. Evidently, the victims were bound, blindfolded, and spaced out on the floor, then killed one by one. One was repeatedly stabbed in the abdomen with the aforementioned pair of scissors, and had many of his internal organs successfully dug out. His discarded innards were found partially buried beneath the earthen floor of the basement room. Another was stabbed in the head dozens upon dozens of times, to an extent that all flesh and bone above her jawline was essentially minced away. My blindfold removed. The sight that appeared before me is more horrific than any I could have possibly imagined. The person staring back at me, brandishing a blood-soaked pair of sewing scissors, wasn't the large man from earlier at all. It was one of the children. It was a little girl. Her face dyed red with the blood of her victims. She was staring intently at me with soulless gray eyes, and then she just started giggling. She was opening and closing the bloodied scissors over and over, the sound kind of echoing through the room. She took those dull, rusty, thoroughly blood-soaked blades and slowly brought them closer to my left eye. How? Why? Why is it you? No! A third victim was stabbed in the left eye an indeterminate number of times, until her eyeball became soup-like in consistency. She was eventually just left like that, slowly bleeding to death in horrible agony. Strangely, it was only after these mutilations had already been inflicted that the killer went back to and severed the victims' tongues. Learning the truth about these proceedings is shocking even to me, and makes it nearly impossible to accept the murderer as anything but a monster. And bearing witness to every moment of this was a 7-year-old girl named Sachiko. In many ways, she's the most pitiable and long-suffering of them all. But it was through her tearful, frightened testimony that Yoshikazu Yanagihori was officially charged. Now going back to the hunt for information on this unfortunate girl's whereabouts, it was her words that ultimately led to his sentencing. Therefore, it comes as no real surprise that sensitive information pertaining to her and her family be withheld. That's to be expected. What's not expected, however, is that there's not even the slightest trace of this information left to find, as if it simply never existed. Therefore, I cannot help but consider alternate possible explanations, and I remind you, this is mere conjecture. But one question keeps nagging at the back of my mind. Was Yoshikazu really the murderer of the 3 victims? Is it possible this crime was not actually perpetrated by him at all? Think about it. In his final days, Yoshikazu was incapable of communicating with others through speech. And despite his childlike reversion, he'd always been a personable and friendly man. As the saying goes, he wouldn't have hurt a fly. All his relatives, friends, neighbors confirmed as much, shocked to hear that such a kindly man would commit such unconscionable atrocities. He certainly had no motive for the crime either. There was nothing for him to gain from it. Then again, he may simply have lost his mind. Look at his father. It was around the same time that Principal Takamine Yanagihori suddenly began speaking in tongues and acting in a most peculiar way. Not to mention scribbling incomprehensible gibberish all over his walls as if possessed. He seemed frightened of someone and would often be found crouching in the corner of his office, moaning and thrashing when visitors came by. If he could wind up in such a beleaguered state with no warning, perhaps his son could too. I believe that we're looking at a curse far more powerful than anything man could devise. From the time it opened its doors to the day it closed them forever. Heavenly Host Elementary School's sealed basement room has existed as some form of cursed ground. And to find the underlying cause, we must go back beyond the infamous kidnapping and murder incident. Back a whole 20 years. I believe I may have found a clue that could shed some light on the situation. It may be a bit far-fetched as leads go, but it's a lead nonetheless. Regrettably, since Heavenly Host has not only closed down but demolished altogether, another school built in its place. It's no longer possible to investigate the basement room directly. My protege has found what may be the next best thing. Something that could make the impossible possible once more. Preparations are being made to pursue this lead even now. Be sure not to miss the next installment. It may be the scoop of a lifetime. Continued in Chapter 5. Alright. A lot of things just happened. Wow. There's a lot of lore there. There's a lot of lore there. It wasn't even him. So why is he lurking? Is he the fourth person that has to be appeased because he wasn't even the one who did it? Was he like possessed by the girl? Other Shinozaki, red dress girl? Is that the reason why her dress is so red, is because a bunch of people bled all over? And I'm sure all these things will be answered in Chapter 5, which it will be in the next installment, but for now, we're going to call it here. Thank you for being a part of this. This one may have ended up being a little bit longer, but it just kind of kept pulling. That thread kept coming, so we kept on with it. So we'll stop here for now, and maybe next episode or two, we'll try to wrap this thing up, okay? So thank you very much for being here. Like and subscribe and tell all your friends about it. It's fun times here, I guess. Thank you. And until next time, because I still don't have a fancy sign-off. Bye. Dun 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 dun.